Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I choose to believe this was an oversight on the part of the administration, as surely this funding is a public safety issue and never should have been vetoed. It's $1 million. What more can be important to us as legislators than doing everything we can to ensure the safety of our most vulnerable constituents we represent? As the governor pointed out earlier in his address yesterday, it's up to us to save the most vulnerable populations from cuts. Just 2 weeks ago, I stood with all of my female colleagues in the well of this House to recognize January as Human Trafficking Awareness Month. Child advocacy centers help investigate human trafficking and treat those subjected to those horrors. Can we say that funding those services is less important than passing a resolution to raise awareness? I would submit to you that the positive steps we take to bring awareness to those issues ring hollow if today we don't vote to fund those services. In Pennsylvania, we've recognized the important work of the CACs. Counties across Pennsylvania are working to implement child advocacy centers as part of their overall criminal justice system. As a result of the child protection laws, the CACs have seen an increase of 20 to 40% for services. The number of fully accredited CACs will rise from about 25%. And their services constantly in ever-increasing demand. If the argument is purely financial, the numbers bear out the fiscally prudent investment in child advocacy centers. On the savings side, the CACs save about $1,000 per investigation. There were 10,100 forensic interviews in Pennsylvania in 2015 alone. At $1,000 per case, that totals more than $10 million. The money is there. The funding line item is only $1 million. It is a public safety issue. It never should have been vetoed. I do have to question whether the governor did support CACs. I know that issue was raised with by the minority appropriations chair, as the governor did remove it in his original budget. We put it back in, and he vetoed it once again. Today, we have to stand with our children and approve this funding. Sometimes the only one who's going to hear the cry of an abused child is a perpetrator. Are we going to hear their cry today and restore this funding? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.